Hello everyone, this is R.Sudhakar Reddy, Assistant Professor, Department of Mining Engineering, Aditya University. So far we have covered various topics like Mines Act, mine rules and around 6 lectures on coal mining regulations and mine rescue rules like that. Today we are going to cover matter on the mineral conservation and development rules. So after this lecture, students are able to know what are the rules incorporated in the mineral conservation and development. And coming to, first of all, we should understand some terminology needed to cover in this mineral conservation and development rules. First thing, final mine closure plan means a plan for the purpose of decommissioning, reclamation, rehabilitation of a mine or part thereof after cessation of mining and stoppage of mining and mineral processing operations that has been prepared in the manner specified in the standard format guidelines issued by the Indian Bureau of Mines or the Director Atomic Minerals or Director for Exploration and Research in respect of minerals specified in Part B of first schedule to the Act where the grade of such atomic minerals is equivalent to or above the threshold limit values declared under section Schedule A of the Atomic Minerals and Cessation Rules 2000. Actually, these final mine closure plan is generally prepared 2 years before stoppage of the mine. So, you have to plan like that and this need to be submitted to the Indian Bureau of Mines in respect of metalliferous mines. And coming to the progressive mine closure plan, these should be prepared at the start of mining itself. Progressive means once, for example, if baby is going to birth, then you have to plan your assets also. Like that, even for progressive mine closure plan also, at the start of birth of a mine, you have to start closure also. So, regarding this one, means a progressive plan for the purpose of providing protective, reclamation, rehabilitation. So, what are the things you are taking for protection, reclamation and rehabilitation? These are the three things which need to be addressed in the progressive mine closure plan in a mine or part thereof that has been prepared in the manner specified. So, this should be as per the specified format, okay, and it should be submitted to the Indian Bureau of Mines actually. So, this is the something. So, these three aspects namely protective, reclamatory and rehabilitations need to be addressed in the progressive mine closure plan. These generally prepared when the mining starts, I mean say at the initial stages of mining itself. Coming to the scheme of reconnaissance or prospecting, every holder of a reconnaissance permit, this is also called as RP or PL prospecting license or composite license. Sometimes RP and PL both combined is called composite license. So, every holder of a RP or PL or composite license or the preferred bidder selected for a grant of composite license shall submit to the Controller General, Regional Controller or Authorized Officer a scheme of means how you are going to do reconnaissance or a scheme of prospecting as the case may be within a period of 60 days from the date of execution of the permit or license indicating the manner in which the purposes to carry out reconnaissance or prospecting officer in the area covered under the permit or license. So, any whether it is a RP holder, reconnaissance permit holder or prospecting lease holder or composite license holder, he should as soon as these RP starts or PL starts within the 60 days, he should submit the scheme how they are going to do reconnaissance, how they are going to do prospecting. So, the scheme of reconnaissance or prospecting shall be prepared in the format. So, that is already specified. It should be the standard format as specified by the Indian Bureau of Mines. And reports to be submitted by the holder of the RP, prospecting lease and composite. What are the reports? Or any other authorized agency. Every holder of reconnaissance permit or the prospecting license or composite license submit to the regional controller or the authorized officer as the case may be state government a yearly report along with the form B of the schedule to reach him 45 days after the expiry of 12 months. So, for example, generally IBM specified that 12 months means July to June. So, 45 days means within June 30 means generally July, August 15th. The report should reach before August 15th. From the date of execution or relevant reconnaissance permit or prospecting license deed or the expiry of RP, prospecting license and composite, whichever is earlier. This is one of the important things. Suppose he has sanctioned, RP or PL little later, even though it should be just like August 15th. Sometimes it may be varied. Okay. So, she compulsorily yearly report need to be submitted to the regional controller, authorized officer, even to the state government also. Open cast working. What do you mean by open cast working? In the open cast working, the benches formed shall be so arranged that the benches are in the ore and mineral and ore burden are separate so as to avoid mixing. So, generally this is not done actually because it will, you are mixing the benches with the ore and benches with the waste, then the dilution will happen. We can't control the exact quality control, that is not happen. So, Generally, for example, if you take limestone mines, different benches will be there. Even in the ore also, 80% grade, 70% grade, 60% grade will be separated. So, forget about waste. Suppose if a call comes from chemist, we need high grade benches, means you have to go for 80% that limestone bench. So, like that we have to maintain. So, we should not mix ore benches with the waste. The benches in the ore bed shall be kept sufficiently in advance so that their workings do not interfere with the always. This should be the development, because if rainy season comes, the benches should be properly, otherwise working will get hampered. So, we have to plan properly so that overburden benches, development of overburden benches should not interfere with the development of ore. So, all this should done be properly and planning properly. Orientation of the workings and sequence of mining operations shall be such that different grades, just now I discussed it, different grades of the ore or minerals can be obtained simultaneously for blending with the view to achieve optimum recovery. Just now I told, sometimes you may get a call from a chemist, he wants low grade, he wants high grade. So, then you have to create benches grade wise, then only it will be easy for mining engineer to do mining properly. Underground mining operations. Underground mining operations shall be carried out in such a way so as to achieve optimum ore or mineral recovery. The method of underground development of the deposit shall be planned in accordance with the method of stoping, which shall be selected with the due consideration of the geology of. So, whenever you are doing a method of working, it should take into account geology of the deposits and geotechnical parameters. Lot of things, geotechnical parameters means, if you take for example, density of the rock, all these things, even strength, shear stresses, all these things need to be considered before planning method of working or method of stoping. The size of the development openings, size of the blocks, size of the pillars shall be such that workings remain stable during the development. So, for example, generally even in the underground coal mines, there are some specifications. After certain depth, the pillar should be certain, means certain size only. So, it was specified to make stable, I mean to say, working all these things, or we can say stable pillar, all things. These dimensions should be as per the plan which is given to the coal mines. Submission of progressive mine closure plan, submission of final mine closure plan. The holder of the mining lease shall submit to the competent authority a progressive mine closure plan, means PMCP, as a component of mining plan. At the time of submission, modification and review of modification. So, in case if it is changed, we have to submit it. This should be submitted along with the mining plan. That is one of the important things. PMCP means progressive mine closure plan. I already told you, for example, if a baby is birth, you have to start saving. So, like that, even progressive mine closure plan means you have to plan closure at the start of the mining itself. Submission of the final mine closure plan. The holder of the mining lease shall submit a final mine closure plan, a competent authority, for approval 2 years. That is why prior. So, if you are going to close, means at least 2 years to the controller, Indian Bureau of Mines, and these should be accompanied by a fee also. So, there will be such fee there, which is specified by the IBM. You have to pay that fee also, and that will be reimbursed if you are properly done closure. Preparation of plans. All digitally prepared plans, sections, print copies thereof kept at the mine should be suitably indexed. So, this is one of the important thing, because to avoid accidents or to avoid inrush of water, to avoid means inrush of gases, these things to be maintained properly. All plans and sections shall be prepared by using a combination of DGPS, differential global position system, or a total station, or by use of drone survey. These things right now everyone is maintaining, because sometimes if you are unable to afford also, people are, I mean to say, communicating with the outsourcing agencies or contractors, so that these things can be done accurately. So, there are some consultants right now, DGP, who are offering services of DGPS, total station, as well as drone. Right now, lot of agencies are there. So, every plan, section, part thereof prepared under these rules shall carry thereon a certificate for its correctness and shall be signed by the mining engineer with the date. So, these all things should be signed, countersigned by the mining engineer with date. Every copy of a plan, section, part thereof submitted or maintained under these rules shall bear a reference to the original plan. So, if you are preparing something, it should bear reference number also from which it is taken, and shall be certified thereof by this holder of the mining lease by a true copy of the original plan also. It should be attested by a original plan also. So, all these things need to be care while preparing the plans. And digital area images of a mining lease area. This is one of the important nowadays. All consultants are doing this business only. every leasee having an annual execution plan of 1 million ton or more in a particular year, or if he has a leased area of 50 hectares or more, shall carry out a drone survey up to 100 meters outside the lease in the month of April or May every year and submit the processed output digital elevation model or orthomosaic images obtained from such survey and other format as may be specified by the Indian Bureau of Mines in this regard to the Controller General before first day of July. If in any mine production exceeds 1 million ton per year, or if its lease is more than 50 hectares, then they have to submit this digital area images. How they have to submit means they have to prepare image such that it should cover 100 meters outside the lease boundary also, and this should be submitted before first day of July every year. They should perform this early, I mean say April, May, so that they have some time to take conversion of this data into the plan. Okay, this DEM, digital elevation model, need to be submitted every year before first day of July to the Indian Bureau of Mines, that also to the Controller General. Sustainable mining, nowadays this is trending word. Sustainable means you have to do the mining such that safely and so that no wastage should be involved and nothing harm is done. Every holder of the mining lease shall take all possible precautions for undertaking sustainable mining while conducting prospecting. Even during the prospecting also you have to do sustainably. Mining beneficiation means processing, metallurgical operations in the area. Every holder of a mining lease shall monitor his mining and lead activities as per the template of the star rating in this format specified in the behalf of Indian Bureau of Mines from time to time, and shall submit online its self-assessment report before first day of July. So, IBM reports generally be submitted before first day of July. One more important, every holder of mining lease shall achieve at least 3-star rating within a period of 4 years with effect from 27th February or 4 years from the date of commencement. This rule is applicable to any mine which is having a production of 1 million ton or more, which is having a lease area of more than 50 hectares. So, such cases you have to create a plan for sustainable mining also. So, sustainable mining means they should get star rating within the 4th year. So, at least 3-star rating they should get. So, how this star rating is given means for metalliferous minerals, IBM is responsible. In case of coal, coal control is responsible. In case of atomic minerals, atomic mineral, there is separate wing is there, atomic something. Okay. So, these are the 3 agencies which award star rating. For metals, IBM. For coal, coal control, like that. So, if you have got more than 1 million tons or if you got 51 hectares of land, then you have to submit this star rating if you are more than 3-year-old of that mine actually. Okay. So, monthly and annual returns, these are one of the important aspect, because if you are not able to send monthly returns or annual returns, then certainly IBM will take penal action. There are a lot of penalties are there which are very, sometimes even for prisoning also is there. The holder of mineral concession, I mean it's a mining lease, or any person, company engaged in the trading or storage or end use of minerals shall cause himself to be registered online. First, he has to be registered online with the Indian Bureau of Mines as per the application specified in the Form K. So, that if you are a trader, if you are doing some company engaged in storage of minerals, then you have to be registered under Form K. And okay. And for all minerals, for example, you have to submit monthly returns in Form 1 for which minerals means for copper, for gold, for lead, for pyrite, tin, all these minerals you have to submit in Form 1. In case of Form 2, for copper, gold, these are all the things, okay, in Form 2. In case of precious and semi-precious, Form 3 of the schedule. So, monthly returns should be submitted in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. Separate minerals are specified for separate forms. And annual returns. Now, we are discussed about monthly returns, that is F1, F2, F3. F1 is for certain minerals, F2, F3 is for precious and semi-precious stones, like that. Coming to annual returns. These annual returns as usual default you have to submit before first day of July every year, and the minerals like copper, gold, lead, pyrite, tin, tungsten, zinc, precious, these all committed in the Form G1. In case of copper or gold, lead, pyrite, this should be for, I mean it's a zinc, this should be submitted in the Form G2. In case of G3, that is precious and semi-precious stones. So, there are some verifications actually. G1 is for annual returns, G2 is for annual returns, G3 is annual returns, but G1 minerals are different, G2 minerals are different, G3 minerals. Similarly, monthly returns F1, F2, F3. Again, F3 stands for precious and semi-precious, F1 stands for copper, gold, all these things. So, coming to this one, today's lecture, we have covered around reconnaissance permit, means prospecting lease. What are the prerequisites for reconnaissance permit? What are the prerequisites for prospecting lease and monthly returns? I mean, just now we have covered F1, F2, F3. F1 for certain minerals, F2 for certain minerals, F3 for precious and non-precious. And coming to the annual returns, just like G1, G2, G3, G1 for copper and G3 for precious and non-precious. Again, annual returns need to be submitted before 1st July every year. And even monthly returns also next month before 10th of the next month. For example, January, you have to submit before 10th of the February. Thank you.